US President Mr. Donald Trump has said many things about India over the years, sometimes critical, sometimes complimentary, but his latest comments they are making headlines for a different reason. Speaking about trade negotiations, Mr. Trump described Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a good friend and expressed a lot of confidence that the two nations would eventually reach a trade agreement. Now, at first glance, the whole remark, it may sound really positive to you. But wait, there is a bigger story underneath. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States and India are currently trying to navigate a very complicated trade relationship. Tariffs, market access, and economic competition. That remains major points of discussion. Mr. Trump, he once again argued that India had imposed heavy tariffs on the American goods in the past. And also he claims that these policies, they were designed to change that situation. At the very same time, both the governments continue discussions aimed at strengthening economic ties. And you know why this matters? Because the whole relationship between India and the US extends far beyond politics. It affects technology, manufacturing, investment, jobs, billions of dollars in trade. Business on both the ends. Well, they are watching very closely because any new agreement, it could create an opportunity as well as challenge. Despite the occasional disagreement, one thing is clear. The economic relationship between the world's largest democracy and the world's largest economy, it is becoming increasingly important. A festival, families, food stalls, music, cultural performances, it sounds like a celebration, right? But one video from Canada, it has suddenly become the center of a heated debate. The video, recorded at a large Indian cultural festival in Toronto, it quickly went online viral. In fact, hundreds of people, they could be seen celebrating the Indian culture, enjoying the traditional tasty food, and participating in community events. But it was the caption complying the whole video that sparked the controversy. Some social media users claim that Canada was changing too rapidly because of immigration. Others defended multiculturalism, arguing that cultural celebrations they are part of what makes the country like Canada diverse and vibrant. The whole debate it quickly spread across social media platforms. In fact, immigration that remains one of the most emotional and politically sensitive issues in many Western countries. Supporters say that immigrants they contribute to the economic growth. They contribute to innovation, cultural diversity. Critics argue that governments must better manage the whole population growth and infrastructure challenges. For the Indian community in Canada, the whole discussion, it reflects a larger reality. Indians have been one of the most visible and successful immigrant group in the country. Whether in business or maybe in education, healthcare, politics, their presence continues to grow.